Hello, in the lesson today we will talk about conditional formatting. This is a very useful tool when you want to highlight the cells in a column that satisfy specific criteria. As an example, let's look at the table on the screen. In this table, we have a list of students with their grade and the percentile of each student in the class. Using this table, we can identify the students with high percentile or low percentile, or we can also identify the students that has grade A, grade B, or grade C. Depends on what you want to analyze. Let's start with identifying the student that has the percentile higher than 70. The basic function in conditional format will allow you to do this on column C. You can select column C by moving the cursor over the column label and select the whole column to apply the conditional formatting to the whole column. Or you can simply just select the range that contains the data and apply the conditional format to that range. Now you click on the conditional formatting icon and select the first option to highlight the cell rules greater than 70. This option is the most popular option in conditional formatting, and it allows you to change the format of the cells based on the criteria. The format can be selected from this drop-down menu, and there are 6 different options to format the text, both in the color and the field. And if you're not satisfied with the format, you can select Custom Format, where a pop-up window will appear and you'll be able to select the font, the border, and the field for the new format. But let's stick with the default format, light red filled with dark red text. Click OK. Another way we can do conditional format on this column is to mark the range with the low and high range with different colors. You can do that by select data bar. As you click through each of the icon on the data bars, you will see the formatting chain. The data bar will add the bar on each of the cells, and it shows the relative values correspond to the bar length on the cells, so you have an idea of how large is the value in each cell. You can also use color scale, where you can specify different colors for different type of values. The icon set can be put next to the values to show whether it is good or bad. You can select any indicator as well. For example, this indicator shows clearly which students are good and which students failed. All of these fancy icons and color scales comes very handy and useful if you want to make the data look more clear and more interesting. Similarly to analyzing column C, we can select column B and find out which rows contain letter A by go to conditional formatting and highlight cell rule, select equal to A. You can change this color, then click OK. Now with this conditional format set up in column B, you know that there are 2 students with A grade. This doesn't look very fancy in this table, but imagine you have a class of 100 students. It would be very easy to look through the whole table and see which students has A score. Sometimes you only care about the student names. After all, you do not want to find out where the A letter is or where the highest percentile is, but what you really want to find out is the student name. So If your purpose is to mark the student name which satisfy the criteria of grade or percentile, you can still use conditional formatting. And let me show you right away. Let's say you want to highlight all of the student names with the percentile larger than 80. You can select the student name column, go to Conditional Formatting, add new rules, select Use the formula to determine which cells to format, and click on the rule description box. You can add a formula here, and the formula here needs to specify the condition that you want to highlight. The condition here is the percentile larger than 80. So you need to select column C, the first cell in column C. When you click on the first cell in column C, this cell will appear in the box, but with the dollar sign because it's gonna give you a fixed reference. To remove this dollar sign to have a relative reference, relative means this formula will change to C3, C4, C5 as we go down the column. Now to complete the formula, we just need to add larger than 80. And go down, we need to select the format because currently there's no default format yet. Click on Format and you can select the color. Let's select red one and put it bold. We want to find out the one with larger than 80 percentile. Click OK, highlight that and click OK. There's only one student, Brendon, with larger than 81 percentile in the class. This is the best student. What if we want to highlight the student that got grade C? This conditions is a little bit different because we need to specify the condition based on the letter instead of a number. Let's see how we do that. First, you will also need to select the student name column and go to Conditional Formatting, add a new rules, use the formula to determine which cells to format. Again, you need to enter the condition here, and it's supposed to be column B because now the condition is in column B. Remember to change this to remove the dollar sign, otherwise this formula will not work. And column B2 equal A. If I just type A like this formula will give me an error because A here is the same as the A in the column label. So I need to put that A in a double quote. Remember, this should be a double quote, not single quote, because Excel doesn't understand single quote here. Again, you need to select Format button and specify it. I will select green color and click OK. Oh, sorry. I wanted to find the students with grade C, not grade A. Now let's click OK and see if the student names with grade C will change the format to green. Now this student names with grade C has been highlighted, but I don't want to keep this format because I want to give it bold as in this other conditional format. I want to give this criteria bold. So to do that, go to Conditional Formatting and select Manage Rule. You click on this condition that we have specified and you can select the button Edit Rules. This pop-up window will appear again and you can go to Format, select Bold to change the format to bold and click OK, OK again. You can click Apply and OK. Now the highlighted student names are in bold as we wish. I have shown you how to use conditional format to highlight the desired cells in a list. Now you can go ahead and use this powerful tool to identify the items in your list that you want to analyze. I hope you'll find these tools powerful and useful to you as I did. Thank you for watching and look forward to talking to you again.